Inspired by Krys.
Hi everyone, thanks so much for tuning in to another live Endorsed by Krys feature, and we are here today with none other than Germanee Gerald. She is a celebrity stylist as well as executive stylist. So let's get started. For those of you who followed my journey before I hit these New York streets, then you may know that before I came to New York, I actually had a clothing line that I partnered with, and it was called 91 and North, and Germanee Gerald was my business partner.
Yes.
It's crazy. It was like 2.5 years ago.
It was. Time flies.
Right. We were both, like, she was in LA, I was in Charlotte.
Yep.
We made it work. We learned. I mean, we learned.
We did.
It was definitely, I feel like, that was like a trial and error. Like, I feel like we learned that we should have collaborated instead of created a whole entire company.
Exactly. I'm like, you know, sis, we're gonna collaborate.
Right.
We're gonna like help build each other up.
Yeah.
Instead of having two separate brands.
Because it was a lot.
It was.
It was a lot.
Like,
but I feel like since then, like, we have both grown in our lanes.
We both flourished.
It's crazy. So today we're here to talk about you.
Yes.
Since it is Women's Month, I felt like what better way to, you know, bring an Endorsed by Krys feature. I wanted it to be someone that I admire, and when I found out that Germanee had a client here in New York, I was like, sis, we gotta link up so we could do the interview, and boom, here we are.
We are here, and
so,
I am so humbled.
I am so excited that you're here. Like, it's so crazy, because it's like, I feel like, when was it the last time when you were here and you were with Gap?
Working at Gap.
Yes.
I think it was like, it might have been a year.
Yeah,
a whole
and
year
like,
ago.
Right, and we were at Sweet Green.
Yes.
And we were just like, sis, I don't know. And you was like,
and I was like, keep on, and you were inspiring me. I'm about to quit my job, and we're gonna be just fine.
We're gonna take care of it. Look at us now.
Yes.
Sis got a whole client who's a millionaire.
Who flew me out. I done got flued out, you guys.
She got flued out. Okay. Let's take a little trip down memory lane. What made you want to get into styling in the first place?
Okay, so personal styling kind of happened on accident.
Okay.
Because sort of like Crystal, I was blogging, but that stuff wasn't for me. I had to censor myself. You know, I'm a preacher's daughter, somebody might see this. But I realized like that wasn't for me. But what I did like was helping people, you know, put what I had put together and try to help them do that for themselves.
Okay.
And so I liked helping them communicate that and help them feel best about themselves. And I also was just struggling at my corporate position, not so with my performance, but I was told that I would be promoted, and I wasn't. And so in that interim of time between me not being promoted and getting to the next level in my corporate career, I found styling. As I was shopping with a girlfriend, she was like, oh, maybe you should try this out. And so I did it. And then, you know, in the Bay Area, people don't really think about style. And so I started working with a few women, and then my brand kind of took off, hit the ground running. And now, I mean, I was telling Crystal earlier, I don't really do titles, but like now I'm a stylist, 2 executives, 2 celebrities. And it's been wild, it's been a journey. And I welcome the journey, so that's how we're here.
In a nutshell.
I
feel like it definitely takes a leap of faith
for sure
to quit a corporate job, especially when you're getting paid consistently.
Money.
It takes a leap of faith when it's like you have an idea and you feel like it's a good idea, but then at the end of the day you have to get other people to buy into that idea. But it's awesome to see that you prevailed. So okay, so you said the sip and style. I know you first started off, it was with women only.
Yep.
Right?
Women only. Yep.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more.
Okay, so was working with women only, literally, I think it was about 4 or 5 of us in my living room, us talking about, you know, how to best outfit yourself according to your body type. And I had cocktails, I had like charcuterie, food, and it was like a good time. And then when I decided that I wanted to expand to men, I mean, at that point in time, I wasn't really styling a ton of men, so I didn't think I had the true point of view to give. And so I talked to a guy who was super stylish. He was kind of dabbling into blogging, but not really. And so I was talking to him, and I was like, hey, like, how about we do a a men's sipping style. Like, let's talk about it, and like it'll be small, but it'll be impactful. And he was like, no sis, like we about to make this big, and I'm about to help you like take sipping style and your brand to the next level. So I had to put faith in him because it was my first time working with him, and I'm like, okay, well let's see what we can do as we incorporate men into the sipping style. And our first men's sipping style was March of last year, so we're anniversarying ourselves this year. But 250 people showed up.
Oh wow!
I was not expecting that.
Wow, 250. Wow, okay.
Yes, 250 people showed up, and now
from the living room
from
to
the
a
living
whole
room,
venue,
right?
250
From 5 people to
wow.
250.
That's awesome.
And at our first try, like our first strike at it, and I was literally so surprised, but it was so awesome to see, like, if you're willing to take a step and put faith in somebody who also sees your vision, and when God, like, puts a perfect match together, like, what he can do through working with someone. Even when we work together, it's like although our brand didn't work out, like we have been able to be there for each other. Like, hey sis, you're going through it. Like, okay, I can be listening into you. You can be listening into me. And while our brand might not have been successful, so to speak, I think there were so many things that were successful that came from it.
Yeah, I agree. You're in April. Okay, so tell me this. We all have, the ups and downs. Yes. So let's talk about it. Yes. Like, what has been something that's been most challenging for you as a full-time entrepreneur?
I would have to say the most challenging thing for me as an entrepreneur would be blocking out the noise of hearing other people's opinions, whether it's family, whether it's friends, because a lot of people will tell you, like, maybe it wasn't the right time, or maybe this wasn't, the right path. And so you have to block out the noise and really get in tune with what your personal goals are, what your spirituality is, and what your relationship is like with the higher power, that higher being, and really know that your purpose and what you do with your life is a reflection of how you see yourself and how you want to move. And like, nothing that you do in life has anything to do with anyone else. And so, like, blocking out
that took me some time too, because it's like when I moved up here, and then I would be looking at whether it's my friends that are still in corporate or other bloggers at the time, anyone else that was like a creative. I was like looking and seeing their growth, and I'm like, God, but what about me? Like, what about me? But you're right, like everyone's journey is different, and I feel like until you really realize that and like accept it and believe it,
it can be overwhelming.
You will get yourself tripped up, and you won't proceed. Like, you won't progress. That's a better word to say. You won't progress because you'll be so focused on everyone else around you instead of your journey.
For sure. But from making like really good money and then hearing my parents be like, so when you get in a real job, I'm like, I am working a real job. I'm working for myself.
Right.
It's real.
How much realer can it get?
Right.
Is this what we wanted?
Right. So like that can be overwhelming, along with like trying to tell yourself that you're worthy of what you're doing, and that you're fully capable. So like that's a big challenge for me. Yes. Okay. And I feel like I finally have overcome that, and because of that, I've seen so much growth in the past like a few months.
That's awesome. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the positives.
Okay, the positives.
Since you have, started this full time, tell us, like, what is something that you were like, wow, Germanee, you did this?
Yeah. Wow. I would have to say, I think it's so crazy that I literally packed up, moved to LA as soon as I quit my job, and I've been able to work the Emmys, the Oscars, the Golden Globes, and I don't think, maybe I'm an anomaly, maybe I'm not, but I don't know that many people who can say, like, I've worked for an award show, like, as soon as I got somewhere. And so I've been able to assist with celebrity stylists. I've been able to work on my own for specific award shows. And in that time, I've been able to, cultivate relationships with so many people and expand my network. And it also is so crazy because as a full-time entrepreneur, you also have so much flexibility. So for me to be able to service a client in New York, like, had I been at Gap, I would have been like, no, sis, like, I can't hop on this flight until the weekend, and I hopped up on a Thursday. So between being able to expand my network, and being able to, open my eyes to new things and, expose myself to the full life of the entertainment industry, it's just been, like, amazing to be like, oh, wait. I was able to do it. Right. This is how we living. Okay, cool. So it's been awesome from that.
For anyone who may be aspiring to be a stylist to the stars, executives, or, you know, just a full life entrepreneur, what advice would you give them?
Ooh, what advice?
Like that one thing that you wish you heard or knew before you started your journey. What would
I think, especially people who are aspiring to be stylists or entrepreneurs in general, I would have to say be genuine. From a style perspective, specifically, I would say it's all about personal connection. And you can't walk up to someone and be like, "Oh, I'm a personal stylist," and it's like, "So what are you trying to say about my style?" And so it's also being genuine and then kind of trying to fill the gap or the need. But specifically with my clients, I tell them, you don't have time to do this, so let me do this for you because I do it well. Not I'm a personal stylist, so when you book in your appointment. And so I also try to meet them in a genuine place and then also cultivate like true relationships with them. And I think even as an entrepreneur, it's about your network and about, you know, being genuine. It's not about who can help get me to the next level. And like, sure, it is. Your network is your net worth. But if you're not making real relationships, then like really how far is that gonna get you?
Right.
Yeah.
That's really, here comes the part that I love most. Talking about style.
Ooh.
So how would you describe your personal style?
Ooh, how would I describe my personal style? I don't think I have one word, but I think it's ever evolving, ever changing. I think I really love mixing up like dressy elements with very casual elements. So like, I mean, even today I mixed like a pencil skirt with a hoodie and with a hoodie and a hat.
Oh, you trying to be real New York? I see you. I see you.
I was like, oh, I'm going to New York. Let me get that. I'm such a tourist. I have an LA one too. But yeah, I think it's ever evolving, ever changing, and I like the fluidity that you can be like with your personal style, because I think it helps me relate to my clients more. Whereas like one day I could be super minimal, one day I could, you know, want to be really girly, and so being able to put so many hats on with style and just like play with it is also really fun and really
cool. So if it's something that you could wear every single day, you know, like no matter what the seasons may be, what would it be?
My red lip.
Okay.
I think it's my red lip.
You do wear a red lip.
All the time. Yeah. So I think that's one thing like I could not live without every season. Never really a piece of clothing, but my red lip, it has to come with me.
Okay.
My Ruby is coming.
So in the fashion industry, or you know, whether it is a celebrity or, you know, a stylist in general, like, is there someone that inspires your style?
I would say Kalana Barfield.
With the red lip.
Yes, with the red lip.
I love her.
She's so awesome. But then in that same vein, it's like between, and this is where like the casual and the dressy kind of, you know, come into play. So it's Kalana Barfield, but it's also Blair Edie, and she is the blogger to Atlantic Pacific. And she's so like feminine, so dressy, where Kalana is like very like high street, and edgy all day. And so I think my style kind of is like a mashup of the two of them. Although I don't have either of their money, so like
one day
we go. Yes. So one day when I get there, I'll be able to afford like all the silhouettes and all the brands that they're working with. Right now I'm on the Zara budget.
It's okay.
And I'm gonna be wearing my Zara and interpreting it what I see through my own.
What do we have to look forward to from Gigi & Co?
Yeah. Okay, so from Gigi & Co, I see so much advancement. And so I think it's more clientele that you'll see from me. Number one, that's on my end. And then two, the expansion of the sip and style, so even to more locations. So right now we've only been doing it in the Bay Area, and so expanding to Los Angeles, expanding to DC, Chicago, New York even, and we're trying to even get it to the Essence Festival, so we'll pray for that. So that's one thing. And then also I have style courses for people who want to like channel their personal style but don't necessarily want to, you know, work with a stylist all the time, or feel like they don't have the capital to do so. And so like helping people really create their own signature style through my courses. And then finally, I do want to start a plus size clothing line. And so all those things under Gigi & Co.
Nice.
So I think that's what you can expect from me in the next like 2 to 5 years. And now it's just me like having to hit the ground to actually
do all the work.
Because it's just me, especially on like just the Gigi and Co side. Like there is Sip and Style, there's a team on that, but everything else I want to do is just me.
I mean, okay, cool. Well, that's exciting. We look forward to all of that. So before we end, I like to end the interview with kind of like fill in the blanks so that we can give people like an idea of, you know, like lasting impression of you. Okay.
All right.
So styling to me is like
a chameleon. Like it's like ever changing, ever evolving. No personality is the same, so you have to just change and evolve to who you're working with. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I want Gigi and Co to be known for.
To be known for, you know, helping badass people create their style.
I like it. That was good. Real short and sweet, but it was very impactful.
Thank you.
Good job. Snaps on that. Okay. So let the people know where they can, you know, keep up with you, your socials and everything.
Yeah. So you can keep up with me on social media at Germanee_G. It's GRMANEE.
I'll be sure to drop it below.
Please, _G. Or you can find me on my website, www.ggandcostyle.com or sipandstyle.com.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, you have heard it here first with none other than Germanee Gerald, the celebrity stylist as well as executive stylist, and honestly, she has a lot of hats. So, you know, event planner,
yes, a lot,
curator, But stay tuned. Be sure to follow her just to keep up with everything that she has going on. And I want to say thank you so much for taking this time. It was so good.
Like I said, I'm super honored.